Hi everyone, this is Amber and I'm here today with another manga video. Kind of really hard to explain where everything's been going, but this video is actually filmed all the way back in July, so I do apologize for that. So basically what I've decided is I haven't bought that much new manga, but I'm just going to basically combine all of these videos into like a here's what I've gotten and kind of go from there. So without further ado, we'll go straight into the first book. So the first book that I got is actually one I'm finishing up. So it's called Dream and Sun. It's volume 10 and the corner is bent. Amazon sent it that way, and sometimes it's not worth it sending them back and trying to get a new copy. I won't show too much about this because of the fact that this is the last volume in the series, so there's a lot of spoilers. But all in all, I think the series ended up pretty nicely, and my ship did sail for once, so I can't really complain there. So this is another last volume in a series that I've been collecting, and it's A Devil's Line, volume 14. Same thing, I'm not really going to show much about the details. I think this story wrapped up nicely. I do feel the ending was rushed. It's definitely not going to be for everyone, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. I like the new perspective it brought onto vampires, and it had a nice little hint of romance. Artwork is nothing crazy, but it was still pretty good. So the next volume I have is actually from one of my favorite series of all time, volume number 15 of Takani and Hana. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of this. I think the comedy and the drawings are pretty great in this. It has a nice little hint of romance, but still keeps everything pretty lighthearted. It's not really a serious manga, I would consider. But I thoroughly do enjoy this, and I look forward to the releases every month. So if you like light shoujo, I definitely would recommend it. So the next one I actually haven't read yet, but it's the first volume of Act Age. I actually don't think I'm going to continue this series. If I do, it will be online. If I'm not mistaken, Act Age is not continuing forward with their manga volumes, so it doesn't really make sense for me to keep collecting for a series that doesn't have a completed ending. I'm just not going to set myself up for disappointment, so that's that. The next volume I have is volume number 6 of Crest War. Surprisingly, I have actually really enjoyed this manga. I think it's short enough where it keeps your attention, and the drawings are super detailed in my opinion. Now it is mature, so I really can't show too much of it, especially in this particular volume, but I'm trying to find a few things that actually show the artwork. I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I think it's probably one of my favorite art styles from a lot of manga that I collect. It's just super clean and the action is great. Moving on to the next two volumes I got, this series was a complete shocker for me. So it's volume number 1 of Prince Vaya and volume number 2. I went into this completely blindly, just knowing that it was a shoujo and had historical elements, which I am a complete sucker for. Keep in mind that it is a shoujo, so it does tend to have some shoujo tendencies, but I found that the artwork was pretty good considering, and I I just absolutely adore stories like this. I love this historical, the romance aspect of it. More importantly, this female lead is just so badass. She reminds me a lot of Yana from Yana of the Dawn. You know, in the beginning, she's so weak, and she's thrown into a position that forces herself to grow. So this is definitely probably one of my standout volumes or new series that I've been collecting. I would highly recommend it if you like that type of stuff. Like, it's amazing. I just can't wait to read more. I can't even express it. Moving on to the last volumes that I got. I'm gonna try my best to go through this, but I got Seraph of the End, so I got volumes 1 through 5 of this. I actually this is back in July, but I finished both seasons for the anime, and I've been kind of following it online, like kind of meaning I might check in like every couple of months to just see the new chapter and see how things are going. But I decided to actually try and collect this for once. I think Seraph at the End is actually a decent story. I think think a lot of people don't really follow it. I think the action's pretty clean. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the anime, and these mangas have these posters in each volume, and they're amazing. This is one of my favorite ones. It's just, like, it's not gonna make you think, it's not really like a super emotional type of thing, but it is an action-packed story. And I do really like all the demon stuff. I tend to like those stories about demonic weapons, just all of this type of stuff. They do a lot with curses as well. So I'm going to try and keep reading this and collecting it slowly as I kind of have time. So this is the first video that I'm doing as kind of a wrap up for the manga I've been getting. I don't know how many there will be. I'm just trying to catch up to actually get to a decent month so I can start maybe being a little bit more organized with my releases. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's kind of small, but I'm trying to catch up. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and bye!